Hello, welcome in, Kitty. How's it going? Before I start, because I always forget to say this, I don't always forget to say this. This key was given to me for free. I don't have to say this, but I just want to be honest. Get rid of that as well. This key was given to me for free. I all thoughts of my own, etc., etc. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link in the description that tells you a bit more. You can have a read of that if you really want to. If not, no problem. How are we doing? This music's a little bit loud, I think. Is that just me? We just turned down the game on my end, as well, the PC, I suppose. We're going to do a little route today that I've been wanting to do for ages. If I can get it sorted. I've also got a normie playlist on today. If you're watching on Twitch, if you're watching on YouTube, you can't hear anything apart from me. We've got a bit of a normie playlist on today. I figured people were sick of listening to my weird jazz fusion rubbish. So only songs that people have heard of today, which are probably all going to be quite terrible because the only songs that I know that everyone knows are the bad ones. But that's fine. That's not a problem. We're going to go into Switzerland today. We're going to be doing a route called Berninalinie. I don't know how you pronounce it. Hardly know a linny, by the way, for anyone gets any ideas. We're going to do it in the snow because it's lovely and warm out today. It's a 24 degree here, folks. It's a 24 degree. So we need to cool down a little bit. Welcome in, Ultra and John Ramos 1985. Thank you very much for the follow. Thank you very, very much. Welcome in. How's it going? How's it going, everyone? OD'd on Steely Dan. Yeah, Steely Dan's not so bad. In terms of, I think there's a bit of a normie factor of Steely Dan that is all right. It's the weird stuff like Alan Holdsworth and all that kind of thing that Facebook music, I like to call it. Snow level, let's get that on full. Let's get cracking. It's going to take us about 2 hours, this, folks. It's a long, it's not a particularly long route. It is a little bit. But what's long about it is that it's really slow. But that's nice. It's nice and slow, which means, let me just set up the train. Which means I don't have to pay that much attention. This train basically drives itself, which is very nice. As you will see shortly. If I remember what all the buttons are. I am going to do vigilance. I'm going to do vigilance because it's probably a good idea for me to pay attention to the game when I'm playing this. So, I've got my lanyard on. Official train driver. Best £5 I've ever spent. So let's set this to be 45. The cruise control is really good. Trains in the UK tend not to have this. But basically, this train has cruise control. So I just set the train going, and it'll just go to, it won't go over that speed. And we just adjust that every time there's a speed limit change. It's perfect. But a lot of this is very slow, like 30 miles. I think it's 30-40 kilometers an hour. But that's nice. I like that. It's very scenic. We're gonna get some heaters on, actually. Hardly knows. I watched a bit of it, Ultra. I watched the first half. Do you know what I didn't watch though? I didn't watch the goal. I tuned in about 8 minutes in. And do you know what the weird thing is? I didn't even look at the score. I didn't even look at the score. And it wasn't until about 16, 17 minutes in that I realised it was 1-0 because they showed a highlight of the goal. And they were showing a highlight of the goal, and I was sat there going, oh, they had a goal ruled out. The levels might be a bit funny on this. This might be really quiet, or it might be really loud. I don't know. Yeah, so I was watching this replay of the first goal thinking, oh, they're going to say it was ruled out then. And then the highlight ended and I looked at the fucking score and it said 1-0. It's so weird. I never even bothered to look at the score when I tuned in. I just assumed it was 0-0. Kvara played well first half. He did, didn't he? He did. PSG just like superhumans, aren't they? It feels like. Do you know what I mean? How are the levels? The train is quite quiet, generally speaking. I think. It's just like a sort of low-grade hum. I have got vigilance on. Unfortunately, I don't know if there's a bug or not, but the vigilance in this doesn't seem to make a sound, which is very difficult for me to keep an eye on. I have to actually keep an eye on the little... There's a little button in the bottom right that you'll see that like flash it. It's like a little yellow button with an exclamation point. I've got to hit Q every time that comes up. But normally there's a sound that comes along with it. But the train's a bit low. Let's turn the train up then. It's quite a quiet train, to be fair, because it's electric. Sounds okay. All right, we'll see how it goes. If anything gets too loud or too quiet or whatever, just let me know. I need to figure out the hotkey for that. I think it's like R and F or something. Oh, it is actually. It's R and F. That's a good guess. Lovely stuff. Should have been a pen on Guevara in the first half. Do you mean was it Timber when he sort of put his arm around him? Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah, I think it's one of them ultra where if it was given, it wouldn't have been overturned. Do you know what I mean? Beat 3 men and the boy pulled him down. Yeah. In slow motion, it didn't look as much like a penalty because he sort of went down a bit funny, if that makes sense. But as they say, the game's not played in slow motion. So, you know. Yeah, I kind of want. I know people tend not to like PSG, but like as a team now, I kind of hope they win the Champions League. They're just every single player. It's like a fucking superhuman. They just win everything. Like every sort of 50-50 challenge, they just win them every time. Don't know how they do it. Don't know what drugs they're on. He did go down looking for it, but yeah. I agree with you. I would have given that as a penalty. If I was a referee, I'd have given that as a penalty. But, whatever. Got 1-0 and they've got a game at home, haven't they? So, I can't see them losing. I can't see them losing at home. I know they did against Liverpool, but that was just like a freak game, wasn't it? That was just a freak game. They should have won that about 8-0. But yeah. Yeah, I quite like PSG now. I don't like them, but I sort of they've shook off that kind of reputation that they had. I think in the past couple of years, once they got rid of like Messi and Mbappe and stuff like that, and sort of bought these like players like Guevara and stuff like that. Arsenal need to score, yeah. It'd be interesting to see what they do, because Arsenal, it felt like they were sort of a little bit defensive in that game. It's weird. It'll be good though. Is the second leg on Prime as well, or is that a TNT one? Are they all on Prime? I checked out the what do they call it? The thing that comes up on the on Prime. Like all the stats and stuff. I can't remember what they call it now. Love that. Really good. We like the lineups and stuff and the stats. I love that. It's very nice. Beyonce, folks. Beyonce Bodyguard. My pick for Song of 2024. And that's saying a lot. It's not actually saying. I've probably only heard about 4 songs that came out last year. This is just the best of them. It's a good song though. Arsenal, yeah, Arsenal are a bit weird ultra. They seem to do. I mean, they've been second in the Premier League 3 years in a row now. But they're not that good, if that makes sense. But in the sense that like they never seem to like completely, well, they do sometimes, but not often. They don't seem to like completely blow teams away. they just seem to do alright and get some decent results for a lot of it. But then they've had a lot of draws and stuff, haven't they? So yeah, I think if they got a top striker, and I don't know what other position they're sort of bothered about, but I think the 2 or 3 signings away from actually being really quite good, which is a little bit worrying. But yeah, at the moment they're just a bit. They're not quite there, are they? Real focal point up front, exactly. Exactly, I totally agree. I don't know who they go for though. That Lille forward is apparently going on a free in the summer. Wonder if they'll go for him, Jonathan David, or whatever he's called. It's probably pronounced differently from that because I assume he's not English. But it's probably like Jonathan David or something like that. They were looking at Vlahovic. Is he any good these days? Remember when he was at Fiorentina? He was meant to sort of be like the. Is he Juventus now? Juventus aren't doing that good, are they? He'd be alright, I think. It's in the UV circus, yeah. They're all over the place, aren't they? Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I don't think they'll go for Isak. I think Isak's staying at Newcastle. What about that Wolves forward? Whatever his name is. Do you reckon they go for him? He seems like he'd be an Arsenal player because he's a bit of a prick. Cunha, yeah, Mateus Cunha. He seems like a bit of a prick. But he's good, isn't he? You put him in your fantasy team. He is good. Oh shit, we're stopping in a second, folks. Stopping at Alp Groom. Is everything smooth, by the way? It should be. It should be silky smooth. But I've turned down some of the I've turned down the screen percentage, so it's not incredibly what's it called? What's the word? It's not lagging or anything like that. You like Mateta a lot. If you get to big move, he'll score boatloads. Yeah. He's a bit. How old is he? Is he quite old? In my head, he's sort of like pushing 30. I don't know if he is or not, though. I could imagine him at sort of. Do you know, I could imagine him at United. To be honest with you. 27, to me, that's not that bad, to be fair. I could imagine him at United. I don't think he'd go to United. I don't think who would want to. But I can imagine him at United. Got real instinctiveness, yeah. Yeah, he's been good. He's in the Cup, FA Cup final now, isn't he? Against City. I reckon, here's my pick. I reckon Palace might win that. I reckon they might scrape it. I hope they do anyway. Be nice, wouldn't it? I don't know. Man City is sort of all over the place, aren't they? Then again, if they said Rodri might be back before the end of the season. I don't know. It's an interesting one, isn't it? Not sure. They could well do, though. Yeah, they're fucking everywhere, aren't they? I know they sort of put it down to like, oh, we've not got Rodri and that kind of thing, but if your team relies that much on one player, it's not good, is it? World beaters one week, shit the next, exactly. Exactly. Right, Train Diddle. Welcome in, Lep. How's it going? I just reckon Crystal Palace have that sort of thing that they could, you know, that sort of like, what's the word? The passion to win it. They almost won it was it about 10 years ago now against United? Alan Pardew dancing on the sideline. you have that with McGregor if he's out fucking woeful. Truly clueless. Do you reckon he'll stay for his whole career? Or most of it, at least. He must be getting on a bit now. He must be coming up to about 30. Do they do... yeah, we've got a bit of music on today, We've got a little bit of music on. I've got my normie playlist on. It's songs that people have heard of. That's the theme for today. Songs that people that are not me have heard of. Can I just say, actually, this song, Helicopter Block Party, I've been listening to it a lot recently. It's sort of passed me by in terms of... I mean, I've known it for God knows, like, since it came out, but... the more I listen to it, the better it gets. I think this might be one of the best songs of that decade. I think it's up there. It's up there with Hey Ya. It's up there with Hey Ya. Top songs of the noughties. He's had 4 back-to-back 5-year deals. Bloody hell. Is he the highest paid player as well, or is he sort of... Is he not quite? Teenage train driver smoking out the window, yeah. The fucking tune's on. Pressing the vigilance button. It's nice. Block Party are pretty good, bold claim. Yeah, you'd be with me on that. I know what I'm talking about there. I know what I'm talking about. Also, the singer from Block Party fucking hates Oasis, and I'm here for that. I'm absolutely here for that. He can't stand them. He's the highest paid since he got made to captain. 50k a week. I'm surprised that it's that little, to be honest. If I'd have guessed, I would have thought the highest paid player at Celtic would be sort of more like, maybe not 100, but maybe like 75, 80 or something like that. Not really thought about it though, to be fair. It's I don't really know how much money they make in comparison to like a Premier League club. Probably fuck all compared to a Premier League club, but maybe like a Championship club. Just having a stretch, folks, if you see me doing that, by the way. I've been getting the lyrics to this wrong for ages, by the way. I always thought that this chorus was, "Are you happy for a miracle?" Which obviously doesn't make any fucking sense. It's not. It's wrong. It's, "Are you hoping for a miracle?" I think. Good song though. Adam, welcome in. How's it going? This is nice. I'm glad you think so, mate. I'm glad you think so. It's lovely, this. Lovely bit of the world, Switzerland. I've been, not to this exact place, but I've not been far from here in Switzerland before. Lovely, lovely part of the world. I was a bit too young to, probably the last time I went was probably about 13, 14. I was just a little bit too young to appreciate it, unfortunately. I'd love to go back though. I'd love to go back. Only got Oasis, the summer fruits one. Absolutely right, Lip. Absolutely. I get an Oasis when I go to McDonald's. Is that weird? You know, when you get a drink in your meal deal or whatever. I get an Oasis at McDonald's. I don't like getting like a big Fanta or anything like that. It takes me about 3 hours to get through. Sorry, let me catch up. More players should think about footy like McGregor because the end of the career after the body gives in will not happen to him. Yeah, getting a solid salary for the club until he retires as a coach or ambassador. Yeah, that's a good point. He'll probably fucking get a statue as well, won't he? Yeah, it's easy to say though. It's easy to say when you're sat here, but yeah, I'd love to sit here and say I'd do the same, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know. Seamus, welcome in. Would I not treat myself to a wee milkshake? I do get a milkshake sometimes, Seamus, if I'm really hungry. But a milkshake at McDonald's is almost like, it's almost like a dessert, isn't it? They're very heavy. It's not like when you get like a fridge milkshake or a Yoppo, not a Yop's a yogurt drink. Yazoo is the one I'm thinking of. They're really thick and heavy, aren't they? But I would never get like a milkshake and a McFlurry if I went to McDonald's. That's too much. That's too much. They're basically the same thing. If you want a big McFlurry, you might as well just get a milkshake. It's like a meal within itself. Yeah, exactly. Don't know why you put piss in a milkshake. Good one, Lep. Good one, mate. Average player would be better off doing that route than chasing money in Saudi. Oh, my career's too short. Yeah. A lot of them are probably quite short-sighted, aren't they? I would imagine. That's the nature of it, though, I suppose. How are the levels, folks? Have we sort of settled on this being an acceptable level? I keep turning the music up and down a little bit as time goes on, because I feel like sometimes it's a little bit quiet and sometimes it's a little bit loud. I've not got I could put normalization on, actually. Let's normalize this playlist. Normie music. I'll do it when I stop next. In 6 minutes. 8 minutes. Maybe music a tad louder, says Kitty. Okay. It's a bit of a weird one, because some of it's quite quiet and some of it's not. That feels all right to me now. I think. It's weird because the music to me now, I can hear it at the same levels that you can hear it, both the game and the music. The music to me feels so much louder than the game now, but on OBS, the game is actually a lot louder. Because it's just this constant hum. Let's turn it up a little bit more. I fucking love this song. I don't like the cover of it though. Do you know everyone goes on about the one in Cars? Is it Rascal Flatts or whatever he's called, or they're called, or whatever? People love that one. I don't. This is the original. I much prefer the original. But I'm not one of those that goes, oh, covers of songs are never as good as the original, because that's bollocks, because some covers are way better than the original. I've got... Both of them are Duck Into the Mic Ultra. Both of them are Duck Into the Mic. I could see if I could get the game to duck to the... I would probably get the music duck into the game. See, this song's really fucking loud, isn't it? I'll probably get the game duck into the... No. Wait. I'd get the music duck into the game, I think. I think the game is sort of... This feels really fucking loud to me. Music to the game for Train Sim. Yeah. Because Train Sim does fluctuate a lot in sort of, not necessarily in this route, but in if you operate in like a diesel locomotive or something like that. Is that music? Not really. But this game, but on OBS, it says the game audio is louder than the music at the moment. It does not feel like it at all. It's top notch. Okay, perfect. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to turn it down in my ears, which I don't normally do. It's a very rare move for me to do that. Getting the train just right music and you super stuff. I will not be able to listen to the music back though because it's not in the VOD track. Which is fine. That's not a problem. So the only feedback I'm going to get is off... It's like live feedback. Knowing me though, I'll fucking listen to it back and go, oh, the fucking game's too loud. Because I'm like that. Unfortunately. More modern music will be loud. It will, Adam. It will. And this is a lot of... It started off as this playlist being a bit like just modern music. Modern music that people have heard of. And then I started including things that... See, Adam, I think I know this song because you played it on stream once. I'm pretty sure. So you know it, but I don't think this is a normie song. It might be though. Is it like K-pop? You thought so? A lot of my music that I know is from Adam's stream, to be honest, folks. A lot of it. But then it sort of slowly evolved as I was going through my music. It's not a full playlist yet. I've not even gone through like a tenth of my music, but it started going a little bit like just like Radio 2 music. Like you'd get stuff from like the 80s and stuff, but it'd be stuff that people know. Stuff that people knew from the 80s. This is from the 80s. Like this is a fucking banger, by the way. This is my number 2 pick for Song of 2024. I feel like OBS needs to have a wizard for ducking so many streams with bad audio. Yeah. Or just more sort of, I suppose, education in terms of how ducking works and that kind of thing. Because I've been in streams where the ducking's perfect. Not to call him out if he's lurking or whatever now. But Shimus has, in my opinion, like perfect ducking settings. And I've always wanted to ask him what his settings are, but I don't want him to think that I'm copying him. But he's got that nailed down. And I like just a little bit of ducking. So little that you can barely notice that it's actually ducking until you think about it. That's how I like it. You can't teach them because gamers, exactly. Bloody gamers, am I right? So I used to have ducking on, but I turned it off. Right, remember, we can't leave now because there's a red there. There's a red there, we can't leave. Whenever I do this route, I always make this mistake and go past that red because I'm a prick. Lovely part of the world, isn't it? Gorgeous. Set it up about 3 years ago and I've never looked at it since. I used to have ducking and then I got rid of it and I can't remember why I got rid of it, but I can't remember what settings I had on. But my ducking now is like, I think the ratio is the smallest one you can have. But it's still strong enough, I think, that it's fine. I like just a tiny bit of ducking. What was I going to sort out? I said I was going to sort something out. I was going to normalise the music, wasn't I? Let's have a look, see if I can do this. Edit preferences. Player? Dynamically normalise volume streams. We're not streaming this, though. I don't know. I don't want it to, like, destructively normalise it. I don't want it to be like normalise it and it actually normalises the files. I just want it to normalise it on the go. I don't think that's possible, though. Maybe not. I'm using Music B because I'm like that. Really heavy ducking does my head in. Yeah, it does my head in a little bit, Adam. It's just I have been in streams before where the music's on and stuff and it's fine, and then the stream will say something and it's just like everything else just almost mutes itself. I don't like that. But horses for courses, I suppose. Guess the reason there isn't an auto setting is once you add in music over the game, there isn't a one size to fit all. Yeah, exactly. It sort of depends on how loud. I mean, if you're using Spotify or whatever, it's probably not a problem, but because I think Spotify is sort of alright with this kind of thing. But when it's oh, here we go. Look at this. When I'm using offline files, local files, it's sort of up to me to normalize it, isn't it? But I don't like messing about with destructively changing the gain of audio files. Here we go. Music B's a classic. I'm a very, well, not recent, well, fairly recent. I only started using Music B probably about a year and a half ago. I've never looked back. It's got literally everything that I need. If you like mucking about with settings in programs, Music B is the one. It's the one. There's so many settings and stuff you can muck about with, and like there's like nice plugins and stuff you can have as well. It's fantastic. It's really good. But I think before that I was using Winamp, and it just didn't feel like it was enough. It just didn't feel like I could do enough with it. Musically very good, let. I keep forgetting about that emote. I was thinking that I could buy all those stock images and just make them all emotes. And I looked at how much they were, and they're like 20 quid each, like per photo. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. 20 quid for stock images of bees. AIMPs remains the only one you can truly tamper with. I've not looked into that. I might have a look. I don't think I get it now. I think it's sort of like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't want to be mucking about with music players again. Because it was such a faff getting music be like how I wanted it to be. It was worth it, but it was a faff, you know. You love that bee fella? It's good, isn't it? It's a good little bee fella. I'm new to Twitch. It turns out I make custom emote sets. Tell me more. Tell me more. This music fits very well with this train journey, doesn't it? It's fucking gorgeous, by the way. Sunrise. Not a cloud in the sky. Lovely little whistle. I think we should move the convo to Telegram. Fucking hell. I've never used Telegram. Is that the new thing that everyone uses, or is it Signal? I'll be honest, I'm still on WhatsApp. I'm still on WhatsApp for like family. If we want to get in touch with family, we're all on WhatsApp. Have we all binned off WhatsApp? Have we all moved on to something else now? I've not been keeping up with this that much. Signal's the secure one. See, personally, I mean, it's just me. I'm not that bothered about it being secure, because I'm just saying, like, do you want anything for the chippy or whatever? I'm not actually that bothered if the government listens in on that. WhatsApp's still the main one. I'm not leaving WhatsApp. I have nearly a decade of archives I can search for messages. Do you back up your messages, Lep? I back up my messages on WhatsApp every day. Every day. My mum, this really winds me up. My mum deletes. She doesn't back up her messages, and she deletes all her conversations every day. At the end of every day, she deletes all her conversations. And she'll just forget about stuff. She'll just forget about stuff. But Ultra, when you back stuff up on WhatsApp, it backs up on Google Drive. And I've told her this, and she's just like, yeah, but I don't like there being conversation. And I don't know, it's just very alien to me. I like I'm a big sort of, what's the word? Like archivist, I suppose. As you can probably tell from my YouTube channel, which has got fucking 4 years of stream VODs on it now. But even WhatsApp, stuff like WhatsApp. Every time I delete my account on somewhere, I always download a copy of my data. You just do it all by, yeah, I know. It's just one of those things. But it's really annoying, Ultra, because when we'll have a conversation and then I'll refer to something that I said yesterday, and she won't remember. She won't remember. I think I was talking about some Lindt chocolate. It's like a fruit and nut Lindt chocolate that you can get. And I sent her a picture of it. And she said, like, oh, it's not like, where do you get that? And I said, Tesco. But I said Tesco after she deleted all the messages, and she just went, why have you just sent me a message that says Tesco? I have to fucking provide context to every message that I send. I wouldn't mind if she did it like every week or something like that. I don't know, but every day. And she just won't remember the stuff that we've talked about. I think that's what annoys me more than anything else. Like, she doesn't even... you know, I don't have to refer back to my old WhatsApp messages to remember what I've said to her in the past few days. For example. I don't know. The Russians can choke on my photos of pints to my partner. Have you noticed on WhatsApp, if you switch phones, and you're copying all your pictures and stuff over, there's like a hidden photos folder, or like there's a hidden WhatsApp folder that has all the media you've ever sent and received on WhatsApp, and it's just saved on your phone in like a hidden folder. And so every time I swap phones, there's like a folder of photos of just like you said, not pints for me, Seamus, but if you were switching phones, it would just be full of pictures of pints from years gone by. Be quite nice. I think you can make a nice collage out of them or something. But yeah, she keeps all the ones from me. Nice one, Adam. It's good stuff. It's really good stuff. Oh fuck. Driving Empire Edits, welcome in. How's it going? I'm just on the edge of all this culture gap with messaging. I barely read or acknowledge daughters' discords, but I do text instantly. Also, I still use phones as a phone and refuse to do otherwise. Talking's better than typing. In some cases, I'm warming slowly to ringing people rather than... Sometimes I want to send a text to someone and I'm just sort of sat there and I'll think, it's going to be so much easier if I just ring them up and explain this to them. But almost every time that I do that, it's usually with my dad I do this. I'll just ring him up instead of texting him, but he never fucking answers the phone when I ring him. He never answers the phone. And then he'll text me back 2 minutes later and go, sorry, I missed that, what did you want? And then I'll ring him again and he won't answer it again. And that's most of the reason why I just text people. Or I've been starting sending like voice messages recently, which I've never really liked that much in terms of, I don't know. People, there's like a thing where people really like sending voice messages. And it's not my favourite thing, but sometimes it's actually quite useful. Especially when I'm telling like a story or something. When I text Gwyn, we send a lot of voice messages to each other. Well, she sends a lot to me at least, and I send some back. Just because we tell stories, and it's just, if we texted it, it'd just be like fucking Star Wars flying off the screen. You know? It's cheating. It's a false economy. Yeah, it's sort of halfway in between, isn't it? It's halfway in between texting and having and just like ringing someone up. At least you can listen to them back though, I suppose. But I think as I'm getting older, I'm slowly warming to this stuff. One thing I've liked to do recently, and it started off a little bit ironically, but it's got to a point where it's just a bit it's completely unironic now. Just responding to people with a thumbs up emoji. I can see why dads do it. I can see why dads do it. This is a fucking banger, by the way. Heard it on the radio, if you can believe that. Yeah, I can see. If someone ever sends you something, and you just want to say like, got it, thanks, or whatever, don't. Just send a thumbs up emoji. You'll feel great afterwards. There's something about it. There's something about it. Started to use emojis a lot. I'm one of them that freaking bit of my beard just fell out. I'm one of them that emojis depending on who I'm talking to. If the person I'm talking to uses a lot of emojis, I'll use a lot of emojis back. But I won't if Do you know, like, if I'm in Twitch chats and stuff, and we find something funny, and we all sort of say like ha 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 and that sort of thing, and you judge how funny it is based on how many ha's there are. But I won't do that with people that I don't know. I won't do that off Twitch, typically. They might get a lamau. They might get a lamau, or they might just get a little haha. Or they might just get a laughing emoji, but not the crying laughing emoji. I don't like that one. It's too normy. What I like is, let me see if I can put it in the chat actually. It's the it's this one. I like this one. Which you can't see if you're on YouTube. It's just like the... In fact, I can probably do this, can't I? No, I can't do that. Hang on. Here you go. You might be able to see that on YouTube. There you go. Kitty's put it in there. Oh, wait, no, that's the one with the tongue out. That's the one with the tongue out. It's like that, but without the tongue. You do the skull one a lot. That's very, Gen... Is that a Gen Z thing, or is that a Gen Alpha thing? I feel like it might be... That's what... Gen Z, do you think? Yeah. It's a bit of a Gen Z thing. I tend not to use that. I do use that on TikTok, though. But sometimes, very rarely. Only if I'm making a video and I want it to appeal to the TikTok crowd, I'll put a little skull emoji in it. But that's just good business practice. You know, appeal to your target audience. Sorry, I need to catch up on chat. As an elder millennial, I'm very fond of using GIF as a reply. I only do that in one group chat that I'm in. And it has to be a GIF that I've never seen before. I'm not doing the woman drinking a glass of water and spitting it out, or anything like that. I can't do that. It has to be a GIF that I've never seen before, and it has to be sort of related to what we're talking about. I'm trying to think of an example, but I can't. I don't know. Don't matter. Lamau's like the worst. It's sleeping in the mud house first night reply. I will only use Lamau if the other person uses it. I would never initiate the first Lamau. I would never do it. I couldn't do it. I'd feel like a div. But if the other person uses Lamau, I will use a Lamau. Because it's just the way I'm very versatile like that. It's very versatile. For whatever reason, I had a real problem with the cry laughing emoji when I was in my 20s. Thought people who used it were idiots. I've since adopted it as my go-to emoji. Though, really, Seamus? Yeah, it's just that bit of that. It's overused, isn't it? It's overused. The crying laughing emoji. I don't know what the equivalent of it was. Maybe like 10 or 20 years ago. It's a little bit like. In my head, it's sort of the newer version of XD, which I will not use. I flat refuse to use that. If someone sends me XD in their reply, they're not getting a reply back, to be honest with you. I'm abandoning that conversation. It's not happening. I can't deal with it. I'm sorry. Not that I think that anyone that uses it is a prick or anything like that. It's just, oh shit, we need to go down to 25. He's just, unless it's ironic. Unless it's ironic, in which case... Right, come on, let's fucking slow down. Taking the piss. There we go. Shit, there we go. Me too, actually, couldn't stand it. I was so anti-normie for most of my 20s. Are you not anti-normie again, Leopard, now? Lep, can you show people the shirt that you sent me last night or this morning that you found on Vinted? You just pop a link in the chat. Can you pop a link for from Vinted in the chat? Is that a thing you could do? I've never used Vinted or Depop or anything like that. I probably should, shouldn't I? I just give my old clothes to charity because I'm good like that. Because I'm so lovely. Yeah, don't pop it in the Discord, mate. Not everyone's in there. Not everyone's in there. Put it in the chat. We're allowed links. You're allowed links in the chat. It's a free-for-all. Took me forever to find mine. But see, that's weird because in my emoji list, that laughing one is like the third one. It's like the third one. I don't know what it is on my phone. Fucking hell. Fucking emails that I'm getting. Payday. It's payday, everyone. It's payday. It's not fucking payday. I'm fucking unemployed. I get paid on the 23rd. Because that's when I applied for universal credit. On the 23rd of the month. Fucking payday. You know when you get those marketing emails around Mother's Day? Or Father's Day, and they say... There's a lot of companies now that are a bit conscious that not everyone... You know, maybe someone's mum's just died like a year or two ago, or... something like that, and you know, some people really don't want to be bombarded with Mother's Day stuff, and sometimes you'll get an email maybe a week before Mother's Day from a company that you've got marketing emails on for that says like, if you don't want to receive any updates about Mother's Day, you just click on this link and we won't send you one. They should do that for unemployed people. They should just say, if you've not got a job, you just click this link and we won't send you stuff about payday. We don't want to upset you. They should actually do that. They should actually do that. That'd be good, that, wouldn't it? I'm sick of fucking getting payday emails. It winds me up. Anyway, that's a me problem. The school's only used when something negative comes up, so it's a completely different way of living, really. Reject the Lamaux. I probably should reject the Lamaux, shouldn't I? Oh, we can go a bit faster. I don't know why I'm going so slow here. There we go. Unemployed, a protected characteristic, as it fucking should be, Lip. As it fucking should be. It's not an easy life. It's not an easy life playing Train Sim World all day. It's not easy. You've come round to it? Sure I can. Oh, here we go. I mean, I'm not going to show it on stream because I can't be asked setting up a thing for it. But click on that link, everyone. Click on that link. The Remembrance t-shirt XXL. $3.85. Have I ever shown you the t-shirt that I've got of Jesus? I bought it probably about 12 years ago now. I've got a t-shirt. It's the most polyester t-shirt you could imagine. Dare Drinker, welcome in. And Siam, how are you both doing? Welcome in. I've got a t-shirt. It's the most polyester t-shirt of all time. It's a picture of Jesus and he's like rolling his eyes. And it says as if. And I can't remember what shop I found it in, and I don't know why. I think I bought it as a dare. I've never worn it. I don't think I've ever worn it. I'll see if I can. I'll show it to you if I can find it. It was the first column. I think I'm just dumb. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't even know if I started this. I think I might have shown this on stream before. I actually properly need to get rid of it though. I don't. I've still got it. Just shit. So that show. So that's Jesus there, and it says at the bottom. It says as if. You can't really see it though because of NVIDIA background removal. There you go.
Look out for the 3 towers which are landmarks here.
If anyone wants it, I'll send you it for free.
One belongs to the town hall, and one to
if you're in the UK, it's probably like an L. It's probably like a size L. It is a. I've never worn it because it is a little bit. It's a little bit blasphemous, isn't it? It's a little bit blasphemous. Printing error doesn't take away from the content. Morning, Siam. How you doing? Lovely to see you. Look, wouldn't it be nice to live here? Poschiavo. That little pathetic whistle. NVIDIA background removal, it does work in mysterious ways, doesn't it? So it just removes the background. Apart from when you hang, so it's just, I don't even know what it actually tries to focus on. Because it doesn't clearly just focus on stuff that's not the background, because that wasn't the background and it tried to get rid of it. So it did show Jesus' face quite well though, so maybe it's just trained to see faces. I need to get my clothes off Vinted, put the price filters down to under a 5 and get a bunch of shiny. I might have to start doing that, Lep. I might have to start doing that. I've never used Vinted, or is Vinted and Depop the same kind of thing? I've never used either of them. We're like a minute early, by the way. Can I get some praise for that? I'll catch up on chat once we've stopped this. I want to get a lovely stop. I want to get a lovely little stop here. Super stuff. Not bad, Tar. Good to hear. Good to hear, Siam. If Jesus is white, the as if would be correct. That's a good point. That's a good point. I think I was with a friend. Well, it's not a friend anymore, but it was. I would have been in sixth form at the time. I went into. I can't remember what the shop was called, and there was that shirt, and there was also another one that was just covered in marijuana leaves, like a polyester shirt. The entire pattern was just marijuana leaves, and of course we were like 17 at the time. We thought that was the funniest thing in the world. I think he bought that one. But I bought the Jesus one. I was a bit of a prick in high school, I'm not gonna lie. I think you all know that. I've talked about it enough, haven't I? Look at that. Gorgeous, isn't it? Gundy, welcome in, and Adam. Lovely to see you both. How's it going? Vinted's fine, not sure about the other one. Might have to have a look on Vinted then. I'll make a note of it. Do you reckon there's content in there? Do you reckon there's content in doing a stream where you just look at old clothes on Vinted and buy them, like funny ones and stuff? Is that a thing people will watch, do you reckon? We did a Facebook Marketplace stream once, if you remember that. And we saw that weird baby that someone was trying to get rid of because it's like a baby doll. It's like a doll baby. And some fellow was trying to get rid of it because he thought it was cursed and it gave his wife gout or something. Do you remember that? What comments coming on? I can't remember what I said, Gundy, I'm sorry. You bought your oh, sorry, hang on. Let's get moving before we... There we go. Pre-bought my funeral jacket from Vinted. What do you mean by pre-bought? Sorry. Am I being daft? Remember Dreddy? It relaunched about 2 years ago. I don't remember Dreddy. Should I? I've got to be careful here because we might have to stop. I'm just going to focus on the game a little bit. Because I think we have to stop here now. I don't quite know whereabouts though. Oh, it's a bit further along. Daredrink I've been following for 5 years. Bloody hell. Daredrink is an OG, folks. Daredrink is a true OG. I have got a follow age command now. I only added that like 2 days ago. So strange coincidence that you've just used that now. Let's go into a nice stop. What's going to happen is the train's going to go past us the other way and then we'll be able to go. Alright, look at that. And there's no cooldown, there's no cooldown or anything like that, so you should be able to just go a bit mad with it. at the same time, everyone. Right, let me catch up. Baby Droll. Oh, the doll thing, yeah. Amazon review videos is an untapped comedy goldmine. Amazon review videos? Do you mean videos where people look at Amazon reviews? I think I've done that before. I think I've done that. We were looking at like boxes with like a weed print on it and looking at... There was a review from someone that was going on about like how it made his boner feel constricted or something. I've got a screenshot of it somewhere. I've got a screenshot of it somewhere on my PC, I think. Just ready for when I go. Oh, I see. I see. I'll remember it. What was it called? Dreddy. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I do. I remember Dreddy. I didn't know they'd stopped. I didn't know Dreddy had stopped being a thing. Seems to be performing for 4.5 years. Leopard, 4 years and 9 months. Siam, 4 years and 3 months. I've forgotten your old name. Oh, so I've gone by like fucking 4 or 5 old names on this. I used to be Swisney. There. At the time you followed me, I probably would have been Swisney. And I changed from Swisney to Swisney because someone else, it was Swisney with a Y, SWIZZNY. And someone else who was already like not a massive streamer, but they had like 3,000 or 4,000 followers. They changed their username to Swisney, but with an I. And then everyone got us confused, and people used to come in my stream and get annoyed because I wasn't the streamer that they were looking for. Which was a real shame because I actually talked to that streamer who changed the username, who didn't realise that they changed it. They didn't realise that I already existed, which is fair enough. And they were actually really lovely. It was just the people that followed them that were fucking annoying because they all thought that I was copying them. And that was incredibly irritating to have to correct people on that constantly. So I changed it to something which sounded the same, which is Swisney. I never liked that. I never liked that name that much. It always felt a bit temporary. Do you know what I mean? Always felt a bit temporary. I think the final straw is when I met people in real life and they were calling me Swiss, and it just didn't feel right. I was like, I don't want people to do this. I want people to call me by my actual name. So I changed it to something that's got my actual name in. Bappy. Now people call me Bappy or BapyCal. You a noob? Not really, Siam. 4 years, 3 months. It's not a noob at all. That's still what? Start of 2021. That's before the golden age. It's well before the golden age. If people knew me in 2020, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Ultra's been following me for 5 years and 1 month. Bloody hell. Adam, 3 years and 8 months. That's still a long time, everyone. That's a really long time. Are the videos that go up to sell products? I've not seen those. I might have to have a look. I don't know if I could do one of those streams where we just have a look at funny stuff. I haven't got much to add to them, unfortunately. But it's what? Is this fucking train turning up or what? Yeah, take that. I like that song. Here we go. Here it comes. I like that. Take that song. There's a few songs I was going to put in this, and then I looked at the lyrics and decided not to because there was a bit of a couple of words that I didn't want on my stream on Twitch. Put it that way. Not quite effing and jeffing. A little bit more than that. It's songs like Say So by Doha Cat, if you know that one. Can we fucking drive? Adam, been following for 1 month, 9 days. That's alright, Adam. That's absolutely fine. Here's the thing, and I was actually going to mention this earlier. And I say earlier, I was going to mention it about a month ago, and I keep forgetting. And that's actually reminding me, Adam, and I'm very grateful for you. There's a lot of people on Twitch who... I took a big break off Twitch. In fact, let's go a bit faster for the moment. I took a big break off Twitch from about 2022 to maybe about a year ago. In terms of streaming and just like watching stuff on Twitch, apart from like a few people that I follow. And there's a lot of people that I haven't followed. And as time's gone on, it's become more and more awkward for me to suddenly go and follow them. Because they're going to realise that I'm not following them, and I'm going to feel like a prick. If that makes sense. People that I've known for like years. People that I've known for like best part of like 2 or 3 years now, and I've not been following them on Twitch because I didn't follow them when it was the right moment for me to be following them. And it eventually just got too awkward. I bit the bullet and followed a lot of them in the past like month or so.
Next stop, Likud.
Oh, we're stopping. We're late, by the way. The fucking train's made us late. Anyway, yeah, I can't remember the point of me saying that was. I don't think it really was a point, to be honest with you. You're scum. Wouldn't go that far, Adam. Wouldn't go that far. Remember the Swizney era? Yeah, I do as well, unfortunately. No, it wasn't bad. It's just, I don't know. I look back at some of the clips from back then and I don't even recognise me. It was during COVID as well, so I had just like this stupid hairstyle. I look fucking Milton Jones in half my clips. Because I couldn't get a decent haircut. Embarrassing. Really embarrassing, actually. Oh, shit, can we stop? There we go. Super. Right, let me catch up. Kitty's been following me for 5 months. I remember when you followed Kitty. Because it was at a time when I didn't really want new followers, because I had a bit of a phase where I was like, I don't really want new followers. I was just happy with the people that I had. For some reason. I think I was a bit anxious at that point. I was just like, I want a stream, but I didn't want new people coming in. Because, like, what if they were a prick? I was in that sort of mindset, which is a stupid mindset to have if you're streaming, really. But, and I remember. And I think TN went, no, it's alright. She's with me. She's with me. And oh, fair enough then. Where have I got up to? Sorry. Oh shit. Let's get going. Have I seen John Boy Media? I don't think I have. Doesn't ring a bell. Doesn't ring a bell. It was 55 kilometers an hour. Come on, they need to catch up. I knew you before you were famous. You absolutely did there, Drinker. You absolutely did. Yeah. His humor's not magnificent, but his format's gold. Is it like that? Is it like Amazon reviews or something? Is it that kind of format? The weight of that'd give me nightmares. I can't remember what I was saying at that point in time. I'm sorry. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. It's my fault. It's my fault for going off on a tangent. You got some ketchup crisps right now? Fuck off, mate. Ketchup crisps? What kind? Like the Walkers do ketchup crisps? Or are you talking about like Tangy Toms or something like that? I'm really, really hesitant to go into crisp chat. Because I think I've watched about 4 different streams in the past 2 weeks that have all done the same crisp chat. And I don't think I've got anything of note to add. Unfortunately. It's been done. It's been done. I remember about no, we were longer than 3 years. It was about 4 years ago now. I was talking about Kit Kats, and whether they belong in the biscuit aisle or the chocolate aisle and all this sort of thing. We had that. You know, loads of people do that sort of thing. But I was doing it, and someone got genuinely quite annoyed because they were like, "It's been done. Why are you doing this?" Fucking hell, we can go faster again. Like, they seriously got actually quite annoyed, and I could not understand for the life of me why they were so upset about it. It's probably one of the few times in this stream where I felt like I genuinely got annoyed at someone. Why would you go into a stream and just go, "This is boring, mate. I've seen other people talk about this." Why would you do that? It's so weird. Anyway, that's probably on a fucking old VOD that's on YouTube if anyone wants to find it. You got about 800 videos to choose from. You got a coffee? Nice. What coffee? What brand? Should we do coffee chat? I don't know enough about coffee to do coffee chat, unfortunately. It's nasty stuff. Yeah, that's pretty normal turtling. Yeah, I do it. I've done it a lot at times. I think I'm a little bit over it now. I think streaming on like YouTube at the same time, and sometimes when I stream on TikTok as well at the same time, I think that's helped quite a bit, because you sort of realise that actually most people are fine, and the worst thing that someone's really gonna say is some fucking skibbity joke that I don't understand, and then I feel like an unk. I think I'm alright with that. I think I'm okay with that. Do you remember this song, Ultra, from the Trackmania days? Good times. Does sports reviews and comedy stuff? Oh, I might. Do you know what? Now you say that, I might know what you're talking about. I might do. Adam, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub, my friend. Thank you very, very much. It's much appreciated. Enjoy the emotes. Enjoy using the follow emotes outside of this stream as well, because I think that's a thing you can do if you've got a sub. I can't remember, actually. A couple of new follow emotes there. You got a Cheggers and a B as well. I need to do a refresh of a lot of my emotes. A lot of them are... I was looking through them, and there's just a load of them are just not necessary anymore. But, whatever. Quantity over quality. In this new era of authenticity is an ideal example. What the fuck is just... What is my screen doing? Oh my god. Right, hang on, what's going on? Let me catch up on chat really quickly. Every time I scroll up on Castalabs, it goes down to the bottom when someone sends a message, and it winds me up. So I'm not saying to people stop sending messages. I'm saying to Castalabs, can you fix that? I don't think they know that's a thing. I'll have to look it up. I think... Is it the guy who does... Let me have a look. Is it baseball? I've seen... It might be like a baseball video that I've seen. Adrian Hauser makes an error, then pukes on the mound of breakdown. Yeah, I have seen these. I have seen these, actually. When you said sports stuff, it rang a bell. It rang a bell. It's been done. Don't do this. Walker's ketchup crisps. What colour's the pack? Welcome in, Knights, by the way, and Fruits, and Aiden. How's it going? Problem with Walker's ketchup crisps is that they aren't like the Canadian ones. What's the difference? What's the difference? John Boy's good for baseball clips, which is fortunate because he played too many games in a season for me to follow it. Introduce some American folks to cricket as well. All right, nice. Can we go? Nice one. Right, let's get cracking. Come on. Come on. Let me catch up. Remember the big light? The big light. We need to do a big bit about the big light. What was that tweet I posted the other day? I keep there's a lot of like, I've been on TikTok a bit recently, which is not great. It's not been too bad actually. It's stopped showing me just like awful stuff and just started showing me annoying stuff instead. Started. But there's phrases that just ping around in my head now that just really fucking wind me up. And I posted a thing on a Blue Sky post, one of my rare Blue Sky posts. What was it? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Big Light, M&S Picky Bits, viral cheese pull, cat distribution system. Dating me is like finding an extra chicken nugget core. Fucking hell, that's not easy to say. I can't think of any. Just wind me up, those phrases. So much. Viral cheese pull. You go on TikTok and people are going on at my fucking viral cheese pull. I feel so old when I say this. What the who's going somewhere just to pull a bit of cheese? It's the worst thing as well, because for those who don't know me, I don't like proper melty cheese stuff. You know, like you get like mozzarella bites and sticks and stuff like that. I fucking find them vile. It's like eating fucking rubber. And people are going to like Chili's, and specifically to order like this big mozzarella thing, and then like 4 people grab it, one in each corner, and then pull it and see how far the fucking cheese pulls, and then post it. Serious, totally beyond me that. Anyway, I just had to get that out there. Was it you, Knights? No, but I remember the time and who. I know who it was. Yeah, no, it was not Knights. Who it was is not in here anymore. Don't worry about it. I dealt with that. I dealt with that. Unk status is earned. Yeah. Having said that, I call myself an Unk just because I can. Who's fucking stopping me? Who's gonna stop me? But contrast with folks like Barstool. Fucking Bar... speaking of fucking TikTok, Aiden, Barstool Sports. They post anything but sports. I've never seen them post a sports video. It's just Lad Bible but American now, I think. Let's get Unk to Turtle. Let's get Unk to Turtle, folks. This might the aim of this stream is to get Unk to Turtle. Trackmania days where the same playlist every stream was a bedrock idea. It was good, I liked it. Ending the stream, you knew that the end of the stream was coming when As by Stevie Wonder came on. I liked that. It was nice. It was like Pavlovian conditioning. Every time I listen to that song now, I think, oh fucking hell, the stream's ending. Then I go, what stream? I'm like walking around in Leeds City Centre, going, the stream's about to end. Don't fucking clue what I'm talking about. Learning to be yourself on stream is a lesson a lot of streamers don't learn. I know. I was very much... This is what embarrasses me about, like, when I started out, or, like, in 2020 at least. I wasn't myself. I watch back clips and I'm so very clearly putting it on, and it's just embarrassing. I hate it. I hate it. Just a little iced coffee, whatever little Keurig pod was on the thing, and I put cream and salted caramel syrup in. Lovely stuff.
Please take care when leaving.
Lovely stuff. Not a nice coffee in a long time. A long time. It's the right weather for it though. It's a 24-degree here today. Cindy Lauper. Hardly know. That one works, sort of. Right. We're only 15 seconds behind now. Tongue. I don't know what you're talking about, Gundy. I'm not reading that out. Sorry. I'm not reading what Leopard said either. I don't understand what you're talking about. Sorry about that. The Italian thing's the thing I imagine what's popping in your head, Lep. What?
What?
What? His main thing's a 10-minute thing about mainly baseball, but also others. I might have to take a deeper look. I didn't have a proper look last time. I just had a look at a few of the videos, but I'm aware of who it is, at least, which is something, I suppose. Canadian ones taste better, but will also kill you faster. Fair enough. In what way do they taste better? I've had ketchup crisps before. They don't taste tomatoey. They just taste like salt and vinegar. I think. You only came across cat distribution system yesterday? Really? That's a classic. That's a classic from the same people that say, not to be dramatic, but I'd die for this dog. They love the cat distribution system. It's the same crowd. It's the same crowd. You know? You don't do the melty stringy cheese either. No, absolutely not. If I get, like, people have got, I've said this to people and people have gone like, but don't you eat pizza? Yes, I'll eat pizza. But what I won't eat is like, you know when you get those like 4 cheese pizzas and it's just like fucking tons of cheese? Ugh. Absolutely not. I don't mind a tiny bit of it. Like if you get like a frozen pizza and it's got like a normal amount of cheese in it, that's fine. But any more than that, and I don't like it. It's just the texture. It's just the texture. Oh, excuse me. Oh, hello. There we go. Lego Talk. I don't know what that says, Gundy. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. I'm sorry. Fucking disgrace. You have them blocked. Can't stand them. Well, Barstool Sports. Yeah. What an end song. Az was a great end song. It's a perfect ending song. I think Az is in. I've put Az in this playlist. I think Az is in this playlist. I've got encoding overloaded on OBS. Is everything looking okay? I've got no dropped frames though. No dropped frames, but I'm getting encoding overload. Oh, it's gone now. Never mind. It's fine. I don't know about the Barstool Sports scandals. I just assume it's like Lad Bible, where they just take people's content. I assume it's that kind of thing. They just take people's videos and make money off them. Every time I reply to something you said, I think I should ref it directly because you'll forget. Honestly, you probably should. That is actually the best way to go. Not always, but when I'm fucking scrolling through loads. I could make the text smaller in this. Ooh, it's too small. That's better. Where did I get up to now? Every time I oh, sorry, I've just read that one. Portnoy's a baddie. What, Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater? Mainly upset about me not doing it, even though I know I should. It's fine. You can always just remind me later on if I forget, to be fair. Does anyone like this song, by the way? Because I do. I know it's Coldplay, it's Chainsmokers, and that's a bit ugh, but there's something about it. I don't know if it's pizza. Sorry, when you all say Portnoy, am I supposed to just know who that is? Because I was thinking of... Is it Mike Portnoy? The drummer? Surely not. Surely not. Or Dave Portnoy, who is Mike's brother or something, probably. Looks grand. Super stuff. Midge, welcome in. Lovely to see you. Is there a replacement bus service DLC for this? Unfortunately, there's not. However, they did announce one at the on April Fools. They announced a replacement bus service DLC, which I think was quite funny. I don't know if anyone believed it though. I wonder if they did. Someone will have done. Someone actually will have believed that. Let's be perfectly honest. Excuse me. Someone believed that, for sure. Dave Portnoy's the Barstool guy. Ooh. I'm just going to Google Mike Portnoy. Doesn't he have a brother called Dave? Personal life. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. I think I just made that up. Completely met. Dave Portnoy. Oh shit. Sorry about that. Dave Portnoy. I don't know what I was thinking then. I don't know what I was thinking. Sorry about that. Whatever. Yeah, I get a lot of Barstool Sports stuff on TikTok. I always click not interested every time. Not interested. I'm not bothered. Just show me the original video. It's fine. Same with, I think I've actually blocked Land Bible, to be fair. It's good when you see a video on TikTok and then fucking Lad Bible in the comments going, do you mind if we use this? And then everyone's just telling to fuck off. That's nice. One of those rare moments of unity amongst everyone. Even the people that watch Lad Bible and follow Lad Bible and watch their videos, they probably don't like that business practice that Lad Bible have. They just follow it because they see it as like a hub of videos that they think they'll be funny. Even though they're normally not. But whatever. What a lovely part of the... Fucking hell, I thought it froze then. Isn't that gorgeous? Well, isn't that gorgeous? It seems standard. It does. It shouldn't be though. It shouldn't be standard. Artificial pet sharing, exactly. Exactly. I've had my videos, not by a big, like, company or anything, it's just like other TikTok accounts. Some of my videos that went big on TikTok, I've seen people reposting them. And not crediting me. But I always put my username in the video. So, it's not so bad. But yeah, weird. If someone actually took like one of my and like blocked out my username and stuff and reposted it, I'd fucking... They'd be getting copyright strikes and everything. I don't know if I'd be allowed to do that, but I'd have a bloody good go. Or I'd fucking invoice them. I'd invoice. Can you do that? I don't know. Brucio. Brucio. Wainio? That's not funny. It's not funny. I don't know why I bothered. Brucio Dortmund? Nope. One or the other. One or the other. That's sad, actually. Brucio Wainio. Does that look good? Didn't like it? What side door am I opening here? It's the right hand side. Is this the place that's got that bridge that, yeah, check this out. Look at this, folks. See, the train line goes down here and it goes along this like viaduct which curves around and goes like under itself. It's nice, that, isn't it? It's nice. It's got a name, can't remember it. It's really helpful, isn't it? I think it actually says it. If I didn't have the music on, you could probably hear it in the lady that speaks to us says it. I don't know where in the train. She's probably under there or something like that. Not in a weird way. I mean, like she's like in the. Never mind. Forget I said that. Comedy, unfortunately, is not legal. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? It's a real shame. Brad, welcome in. We drove in the train from Snowpiercer today. I've not seen that. Snowpiercer? I hardly... No. Snowpiercer. Train... Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? That'd be a great train to drive. I'd love that if they added that. I love those proper massive American-style trains. The proper big ones. No stops though. Is that the whole point of the film? It's like Speed, but with a train. Is that right? Can you hear the wind, by the way? I've got the wind on full up here. It's really windy. It's one of the only times where I've actually noticed the wind making a difference. You can't really hear it though. Brutio Wainio's that Welsh lad. Excuse me? What?
What?
We don't have many trains. I wish we did. I wish you did as well, Kitty. America needs more trains. Freaking UK needs more trains. Here's the thing that I've been doing recently. This is going to sound really fucking boring, by the way. But this is something that I've been doing recently when I'm really bored. Is I'll go on the UK Rail Forums website. Okay. Stick with me on this, because it gets slightly more interesting than that. But I'll look at the forums specifically that deals with people who've been like caught without a ticket or like using the wrong rail card or whatever. They've got a whole page and they've got a whole thing in the forum for like people to like deal with train companies that try and prosecute them and stuff. Fare dodgers and stuff, yeah. So they go in there and they'll say like, oh, I've done this and I've been given this and what do I do? And then the people in the forums just like tell them how to like not get out of it, but how to deal with it and stuff. I was gonna say it's quite interesting. It's not. I don't really know why I read it, to be honest with you. It's just something to do, I suppose. Once I've done the Wordle, it's just I do that. Make America train again. Too fucking right. Too fucking right. I've got an ideal example of what I mean about Amazon videos with both examples from both ends of the spectrum in one product. If you send me them all, I can put them on after this stream, after we've done this journey. We're not long done. We're not long done. We're not that far from being done. Let's free cam this. If I can. Look at that. What a pastime. I know, like. But tell you what, if it ever happens to me, which it won't, I always pay for my train fare because I'm a good boy. But if I ever do some fare dodging, I'll know how to deal with it. The ones that I like is when someone comes in and goes like, oh, I've not paid for my train fare because I thought it was too expensive, and I didn't want to give them the money. And then they'll send the train company a letter saying that, and then the train company goes, all right, we're going to take you to court then. And they go, how do I get out of this? And everyone just goes, you're a fucking idiot. I thought that was quite funny. Used to bunk the train a lot. It's a lot cheaper. I don't say, you know, I would say it's be some big fucking narc or whatever. In the long run, it's a lot cheaper to just pay for your train tickets every time than it is to, because if you don't even pay for one and you get caught, then you either end up with a fucking criminal record or you have to settle out of court, which costs like a couple of £100 at least. It's a lot of money. Plus the train fare. Because they don't... Penalty fares are not for that sort of thing. Penalty fares are if you've, like, fucked up by accident. But if you're, like, intentionally doing it, then... they'll just take you to court. You have a QVC on a budget one, which are often intentionally comical, and then you have a user upload one, which will let speak for itself. It speaks for itself, really. Let me make a note of them. We'll watch them afterwards. Get a ticket from Preston Park to Brighton, which is just seconds from each other. I'm aware, Leopard. I've played Train Sim World. I'm very aware. Then hop on the train then once, which is like 15 stops up the line. That's called short faring, Leopard. It's called short faring. The thing is, if you do that, if you buy all your tickets on Trainline, and you do that constantly, and you get caught once, the train company, I don't know who it'll be, Southeastern or whatever, I don't know, or Southern, they'll ask Trainline for your fare history, and Trainline will just give it to them. And they'll know every single time you've done that, and they'll make you pay the full fare for every single one. Plus an admin fee of like 150 quid. Apparently other train platforms that you buy tickets from, like, is it TrainPal or TrainSplit or whatever, apparently they don't give the information, it's just Trainline that do. You shouldn't use Trainline, folks, it's the shittest one that you could use. The only reason it's such a popular one is because they pay the most money for advertising and stuff like that. Literally every other one is better than Trainline. CD trains. I've not heard of that one. You can just buy from, you know, if you're taking, I think most, fucking hell, still going. I think most companies, you can just, like, I buy my trains from on the Northern app. But I don't even have to buy a Northern, I don't even have to go on a Northern train. I could go on a Northern app and buy an LNER ticket if I wanted to. And they don't charge processing fees if you buy it from a train operating company. So don't use Trainline. Don't use Trainline. There shouldn't be any need for Trainline, should there? It's a pointless app. Oh, we're still loading. I was so smart and never got caught. Any officers in the chat literally try and catch me? You can't. It's fine. If you didn't get caught when you were doing it, Leopard, you won't get caught now. Don't worry about it. They couldn't prove it. They couldn't prove it. Oh, is it Southern Thames Link? Yeah. They don't want you. No. No, they don't. Right, let's get cracking. By the way, folks, this is the original version of Kids by MGMT, which has this weird little bit in the middle, which I prefer to the more popular version. Don't know if you noticed that. This is the demo version. I'm a statue of limitations now. Yeah. I mean, it's like I think it's like 6. No, it's not 6 months. I've made that up. It's not 6 months at all. They can go back like 6 years, I think. Arrest him. It's a little thing called comedy. Good stuff, Let. Good stuff. Look, those videos of him playing for like 6 people outside colleges. I've not seen that. Australian, aren't they? Is it pronounced MGMT? I'm not being stupid. It is pronounced MGMT. It's not pronounced. No, it's like short for management or whatever. You don't call them management, do you? But no, do you actually have to pronounce it management? I don't think I've ever heard it being pronounced. No, okay, good. I was gonna say, fucking like 15 years I've been calling them MGMT. We're nearly there, 800 meters, and I think that's... Oh, it's not it actually. I think this is a sec. Let me have a look actually. Okay, so probably got about 15 minutes left. 15 minutes left on this. Oh, fuck.
Next stop, Campo Colonial.
Magmata. She's just... Yeah, we just call them that now. If they didn't want us to call them that, they shouldn't have come up with such a stupid name, should they? I'm notoriously gullible. That is true. That is true, Nightlights. What was it, the thing that you sent me that I was like, that fucking Pokemon video that you sent me, and it was like, oh, they found something secret in Heart Gold. They found some secret thing in Heart Gold where Mewtwo's got like a new outfit. And you sent me it, and the first thing I did was look at the date, and it said April the 1st. Fuck's sake. I think we're about to go into Italy, if we're not already. We're right by the border. I don't quite know how the border for this works, because Switzerland's not in the EU, is it? Although, I don't quite understand. There's no border, like, point on the train, at least. You don't stop at a border point. Is it in Schengen or something? I don't have a clue. Oh, fucking, I don't have a fucking clue. My dripping eyes. My dripping eyes. I was going to play Untitled Goose Game today and I didn't. I thought I'd go on Train Sim World instead. I'm a bit hesitant. I've been sort of thinking about playing Untitled Goose Game for a long time now. A number of years. And I've always been a bit hesitant because it feels a little bit... And someone will know what I mean when I say this. If you're a bit newer here, you might not know what I mean by this. But I might explain it. If you're lucky. I feel like Untitled Goose Game is a bit of a 2022 BapyCal PNG tuber type game. If that makes sense to anyone. Hopefully it does. Hopefully I've said that and you've all just gone, you know what, you've got a good point. Instead of, huh? It's a soft border. Border rangers can hop on trains and check ID. Oh, okay, fair enough. It's really open border-wise. Yeah, I couldn't really remember. Like I said, I've been there before, but it's been so long that I can't really remember. What?
What?
I've got a good point. I've got a good point, haven't I? It's a very... It's that kind of game, isn't it? I was worried that Moomins was going to be a bit like that, but it turned out it was alright, actually, wasn't it? But it feels like the sort of game that I would have played in 2022. With all the bubblegum stuff. But, I don't know. I will play it, I don't know when I'll play it. We'll do some Train Sim World today. I might do some Train Sim World tomorrow. I'll put another route on tomorrow, maybe. And maybe next week as well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Can I lock the doors? Goose Game's worth playing? Yeah, I will play it. I will play it. I've just not seen... I booted it up yesterday, and it's one of those games where every time you tab out of it, the music mutes. The game just mutes itself. Which is my biggest pet peeve. As a streamer, I cannot think of anything worse than games that do that. Games that did it... Games from about 15 years ago that did it, fair enough. Because, you know, you just expect that from them. Games that came out in the past 10 years that do that, it's unforgivable. It's completely unforgivable. They should not be doing that. I found out yesterday, by the way. Do you know the games we played yesterday? I say games. Freaking loose term for it. What's it called? The Cheggers game and the other one. Alan Hansen Sports Challenge. Oh, signal's still red. Signal's still red. They were made by a company. They were developed by a company called Code Monkeys. And I looked at the games that Code Monkeys have made. Code Monkeys made, and this might not mean anything to anyone. It might mean something to Leopard, possibly. I feel like Leopard might be the sort of person who's seen this. They made Dalmatians 3. Which was a PS2 game that came out about 20 odd years ago. And Kadikarus did a video on it like 10 years ago. It's I think it was one of his most popular videos. It's called like the worst game ever made or something like that. Yeah, same company, Code Monkeys. Yeah, that was published by Phoenix Games. But it was developed by the Code Monkeys. Dalmatians 3. They also made a game called Simpsons Skateboarding, which is apparently also one of the worst games ever made. They just basically have a history of making these really terrible games. Dalmatians 3 is barely even a game, to be honest with you. It's kind of nothing. It's kind of half a film and then half like stupid little mini games. But yeah, it's the same company. I was wondering, because I thought those games would be quite a bit more polished than they were. Do you know what I mean? I thought they'd be a little bit, I think there'd be a little bit more to them instead of like, I thought there'd be a bit more music maybe, or some animations that weren't just like those little FMVs or whatever. Hang on. Okay, nice. Sorry, at the top right it was still showing it was red, so I didn't want to risk it. Simpsons skateboarding terrific. Yeah, I've seen a video of it. It's truly awful. But yeah, but I had no idea that it was they made Checkers Party Quiz. So there you go. Great Twitch name, Bubblegum. That would be a good name. There's a good Twitch name that we found. I can't remember what it was now. It was something to do with a frog. It's called like Pobble Bonk or something like that. That was a good name. Very fun to say. Ow. Saw someone play the last 10 minutes of Goose Game when it first came out. As in I turned up at that time. Ah, I see. See, I've never watched anyone play it. I've avoided it because I knew at some point I'd probably want to stream it. Because I knew if I watched someone play it, then I probably wouldn't want to stream it, especially with a game like that that's only little. Unpacking was like that. I watched like 3 people play Unpacking, so there was no reason for me to stream it myself. I wouldn't get any enjoyment out of it. Yeah. So yeah, we'll play Untitled Goose Game at some point. I don't know when. I kind of want it to be like a little morning one that we just log on for an hour and a bit and just do a little bit of it, and then I'll fuck off for a few days. But I might wait. I don't know what I'll do next week, mind you. I think I'll do some more Train Sim World. I don't know how much I'll be on next week. I might come on. Is it Wednesday today? Or is it Thursday? It's Wednesday, isn't it? I might come on tomorrow, and I might even come on Friday as well. God forbid. Just in the mornings. We'll just do a little route. I think this is one of the longest routes in the game, time-wise. So I don't think we'll be on for as long tomorrow or Friday. But I think there's a route. I think there's a British route that I've not done yet. Is it the like Middlesbrough one? I can't remember if I've got it or not. We'll give that a go. And then Friday, I don't fucking clue. I don't know. I only want to do ones that are interesting to me, and typically the only ones that are interesting to me are ones like this with good scenery, or British ones, unfortunately. I'm not much a fan of like the American ones, typically, but it's more because I don't know how to fucking drive the trains. You done it with the Stanley Parable? Of course I never streamed, so I still haven't played it. Stanley Parable is one of my favourite games. I never streamed it. Which is kind of a shame, because it would be a good stream game, but I bought the Super Deluxe Edition that came out a couple of years ago. I bought it last year, but I just played it off stream. It's kind of a shame. It's a very good game. There's a lot of replayability in the sense that there's different endings, but like in terms of once you've like done all the endings at one point, it doesn't become particularly replayable for like several years after that, because it's when you don't remember any of it. But yeah, I think there was a couple of games that I was looking at. I could get a key, folks. I don't know what people think about this. There was 2 games that I was looking at on Lurkit that I can get a key for. One is Atom Fall, which is, when I saw it, it basically just looks like a Fallout ripoff. Whether that's in a good way or a bad way remains to be seen. But I don't know how much I'd enjoy that. I could get a key for it and give it a go, though. The other one, and I didn't realise they were making one, is Kings of Retail 2. They're making a Kings of Retail too. Remember Kings of Retail when we played that? We had the shop, what was it called? Silla's Shithole. We only played it for a few hours. That sort of like managing a shop thing for me gets a little bit tiring quite quickly. It gets a little bit repetitive quite quickly. But I wonder why it's only 15 kilometers an hour here. It's so strange. But yeah, they're making a second one. I don't know if it's going to be any good or not, but I could get a key for it. Still a shithole, yeah. Do you remember it? We were selling Lenin endorsed chicken, and there's a picture of Nerdmo. I had a picture of Nerdmo on the thing. The Pokemon one was good. What Pokemon one? Sorry, Ultra. Pal World. The sort of Pokemon rip-offy kind of thing. Right, there's a red here, folks. Did I play Thomas Was Alone? I never did, Ultra. No, I never did. Sorry, I missed some chat here. I never did. Do you think I'd like it? I thought about streaming that plane game that I got. It's like a meditation game, but I really don't know how interesting that would be to actually stream. In fact, dare I say, it's probably the least interesting thing I could possibly stream.
Nächster Halt, Tirano.
So I probably won't do that. I might go back on that TCG card shop sim. Oh, the Pokemon, yeah, TCG. I might go back on that. They must have added quite a bit to it since we last played it. Might be worth it. The achievements in Stanley Parable are ridiculous, yeah. I think to get one of them fruits, I changed the time on my PC. To get one of the achievements, because there was no chance. I think it's like you have to like sit there for like 8 years or something like that. Or like own the game for 8 years or something crazy. So I just changed the time on my PC. It's something like that anyway. Don't remember that. Her section of the theme park is something I have fond memories of. I think we played Kings of Retail. I think we might have just played it once for about 2 hours. I'd watched Sips play it. And thought I'd like that. And I just... Oh, for fuck's sake, I had to just contact the signaller that whole fucking time. I was just sat there. And I thought I'd really like it. And I did like it, but I sort of kind of played it. It's one of those games that's actually a lot better, I think, to play in a Discord call. And you just share your screen and you just like 3 or 4 of you just having a laugh at it. As opposed to like streaming it as like a thing. But I don't know. Like I said, the second one might have changed loads about it. I don't really know. I didn't look into it that much. There's other keys that I've been offered or like pre-approved for, like Pub Life Simulator. But I don't know. I think the days of me playing sort of janky quote-unquote simulators that aren't actually simulators, but they have simulator in the name for some reason. I think those days, I wouldn't say they're gone forever, but I don't have much of an itch to play that kind of thing these days. Though I don't know. I don't know. That's if it is one of those sort of janky simulators, which it probably is. Just because 95% of games that come out that say simulator in the title are that kind of game. So I don't know. We'll see. If there's one that really takes my interest in terms of like it's something that I'm properly interested in, I'd do it. But there was a few that I got in a humble bundle that were like train yard builder or something like that. But it's not you don't build a train yard. It's like model train. You build like a model train set. I wasn't feeling it. I just wasn't feeling it at all, unfortunately. Look at this guy. What a luck. Ooh. He's shy. We made it, folks. A fucking long trip, that, wasn't it? Look at the map. Look at that bit. And that bit. There is another DLC like this that I've not got. I might see if I can maybe request a copy of it. That's set in Switzerland. And it's just like this one, but slightly closer to where I actually went in Switzerland. It's a bit further northwest, I think. It's still in the Alps, though. I might see if we can get that, because I think that'd be a good one to play. I like these sorts of routes where you just sort of go 30 kilometers an hour, but it's really scenic. You know. There you go. There you go. Right.